Up until about 15 years ago, I was the kind of Catholic that just marked the boxes. I checked, I went to Mass, check, I went to confession, and that was about all I was. And then there was a priest who came to St. Wenceslas, and he spoke on Revelations 3:16, which is, "So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I will spit you out of my mouth." And then I swear he looked right at me and pointed and said, "Are you lukewarm?" And I thought, oh, I am. So I made the decision that day to get off the fence and to actually deeply dive into a greater understanding and relationship with Jesus. I started reading the Bible, I started going to daily Mass, but where I really found him was in adoration. And I really spent a lot of time there and really soaked him in. And then the test. Our son came home and said, "Hey, Mom and Dad, I don't believe in Jesus anymore. In fact, he was just a nice guy, and that's all he was." And he threw out a bunch of questions that I couldn't answer. I didn't know the answers. All I could do was cry, and that didn't help. So I started researching and searching and trying to find answers that I could give to him. And the more I searched, the more I started to doubt. And I thought, have I been duped? Has this all been a lie? Is he really true? And so I went to early morning Mass, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to be honest with God. I'm going to be point blank. And so I said to Jesus on my way up to receive him in the Eucharist, "Jesus, if you really are who you say you are, then prove it to me. You need to show me that you are the Son of God and that you exist, or I'm done." I really didn't know what was going to happen after I said that, but I was kind of at a breaking point. On my way back to the pew, as I'm gnawing on the bread, I actually tasted real human flesh in my mouth. And shocked, I opened my eyes and I thought, what is that? And I closed them thinking it'll go away, but it didn't. It intensified, and now I tasted human blood seeping from the bread in my mouth. And then I was able to see this image of Jesus being scourged at the cross, and a piece of his flesh was ripped from his body and was thrown into my mouth. And that's when I knew he is in this Eucharist and that it is all true. So now when I go to receive him, I just soak in him, and I know he is within me and that we are that close. And I will never doubt again. Life may not always be perfect, but I will never doubt where my true Lord and Savior reigns. And what about you? Are you lukewarm? Do you need to get off the fence and do something new and to dive into a deeper relationship with Jesus? I think you will not be disappointed if you choose.